My friend and I both have cats and rats, and we love them both dearly. And we were just sketching in class one day, and we both drew like a cat and a rat on both of our papers, and we were like, you know, it'd be really cute if a rat and a cat were like best friends when they're not really supposed to be. So that was basically like the start of the idea, and it was a pretty magical moment, I would say.
Well, originally we were just debating on whether or not one would be a stray and one would be like a pet, and we ultimately decided that they were both pets at one time, and then they got lost around, you know, when it was really cold and their families were busy, and they ended up getting lost out of their houses, and they just never got found, or they never made it home. So they ultimately found each other, and they decided to become friends.
I wanted Jack to look like, not like your normal like sewer rat, because he's not supposed to be an outdoor rat. He was originally a pet rat, so he's supposed to look like he's not supposed to be outside. So like, you know, his white and black spots are not common with outdoor rats. They're more common with domestic rats. So that was the basic idea of why he looks like he does.
Well, developing like the storyline and stuff, that comes from concept art, but it's also like really sitting down and talking about where you want your story to go. Like, comics really work best if you sit down and you just plan out most of your storyline, and then you draw around that. And it really helps keep you organized and things like that.
Social media?
I don't really run those. That's Avery.
Well, everyone knows that in order to get something to be popular, you have to have a social media for everything, really. So I figured for Flack and Jack it'd be good to have one of everything, really. We have a Twitter, we have an Instagram, we have a Tumblr. Don't have a Facebook yet. Not sure if we're gonna work on that. Don't know if our demographics would fit Facebook, but you know. And our comic will be posted on Webtoons and Tapastic. So that's where you can find it if you're looking. I try to keep it updated as much as possible whenever we have new concept art or finished pieces of art, even like little sneak peeks of our comics. That's where you're gonna find it.
It really does depend on what me and Avery feel would be best, and you know, we're taking our time with this comic, so you know, we're not rushing through it. So I can't really say an exact release date, but we're hoping for like, you know, a few months from now. That'd be ideal.
Well, comics usually take a while to produce, more or less because of you sketch it out, you ink it, color it, and then you release it to the public. That can take anywhere from 2 weeks to a month, and it really depends on your artist. I could see the whole comic being done in maybe a year or 2 years, depending on where we take our storyline or how busy our lives get, because Alanis and I are going to college within this year, and we've got so many things coming up within the rest of the year, so it really depends on our schedules at this point.
If we were to make physical copies, they were to be digital first. I don't think it would be correct if we did it like traditionally. I don't know, I think it would just get rid of the look of like digital. I really like the look of digital like artwork, so I would keep it digital and then, you know, print it out as digital on paper if we were to make paper copies.
Well, the storyline's definitely changed from our original plan. We had a really hard time coming up with their origin story and their backstory and all kinds of things like that. So it's definitely evolved and changed as we have, and it's been a journey, to say the least. I'm sure Flack and Jack are going to go on a lot of adventures, but we have yet to figure those out.
So, I mean, I guess it could be for anyone, but if we're talking like specifics here, I guess it would be like your typical like millennials, like, you know, 13 or like the 17-year-olds, because I know a lot of people I know that read a lot of webcomics, and that was, you know, that's a really cool thing, and I've always wanted to make a webcomic, and so here it is.